Moms definitely always on duty. This month of May, we'll be talking and interviewing impressive mompreneurs and working moms that will truly inspire us all. In today's episode, we will talk with Kimberly Reyes, the blogger behind Mom on Duty, wife to firefighter, and a mom to 4 kids. But before we jump in to say hi to Kimberly, if you are new to this channel, welcome to GTV. So GTV is where we talk about creating and sustaining a business or a career while raising a family. I'm Ginger, a tech startup founder and a mom, as well as the content creator behind this channel. I'm super duper grateful that you're here. So please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click on that notification bell so that you can get notified when we have new videos like this. So now let's call in Kim.
Hi Kim, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, Jen?
I'm good as well. Kim has, we've talked during this pandemic because Kim usually comes in also in our lean-in sessions and shares as well. So I'm glad to be talking to you today about this particular topic. But for the benefit of the others, maybe you can introduce yourself first.
Yeah, sure. So hi everyone. My name is Kim Reyes. So I'm the blogger behind the blog momonduty.com. So it's basically a blog about my mom life, our life here. So just so you know, I'm a firefighter's wife and we have 4 kids. At the same time, we tend to move around a lot because my husband gets assigned everywhere around the country. So everywhere. So that's why, in the blog, that's what we talk about. Like, what is it like being a firefighter's family? What is it like raising 4 kids?
Yeah, oh my God.
Right. And what is it like, being a mompreneur as well? Like, how do I handle it? 4 kids, the business, and then having to move around all the time.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with Kim. Like 4 kids. Like I only have one and one is coming. Another one is coming. But
are you nervous?
Yes, I am. So I'm really impressed like with moms who have like 3, 4, 5, 6 kids. Yeah. So maybe you can tell us. I know Kim, we've known each other for quite a long time already, and I know that you've had your blog for years as well. So maybe you can share with us like how you started Mom on Duty.
Yes, actually, I started it under a different name in 2008. So it was Coffee with Kim. I wasn't married then. I didn't have kids. So it was a travel blog. And then I started it because I needed a portfolio because I was starting as a freelance writer then. And I noticed, clients would start asking, can you give me samples of your work? So instead of like writing something new every time someone asked for a sample, I decided to start the blog. So I would just direct them there. And then I eventually rebranded to Mom on Duty in 2011. So that's when we had our first child. So from traveling, from solo travels, articles about solo travels, I started talking about, mom life and traveling with a kid. And then eventually, what it's like having 2 kids and then 3 kids and then 4 kids. And then I also, I started getting questions from the community as well. Like, how do you handle, doing business, working from home while you take care of the kids or while you move around? So that's when I started writing about that as well. I started sharing more about what goes on in our life, how I do things, just to help them out. So it started as a simple travel blog. So now it's a mom blog. It's a community already, and it's also sort of a little marketing engine for my business.
Oh, amazing. So you were a freelance writer ever since, Kim?
Yeah, I started in 2008. That's where I started freelance writing. Yeah.
That's great. So maybe take us through like how the industry has evolved, like from 2008 and then 2011, and how is it now also being a mom blogger? Like we know that there are a lot of mom bloggers. We also know that there are a lot of platforms. So maybe you can share with us your experience, like iterating or even adjusting or pivoting.
Well, in 2008 or to 2011, when we first started, I think we started around the same time, right? So around that time, when we were just starting, it was actually, as a freelance writer, it was actually very difficult at first because it wasn't a thing yet. Working from home, it wasn't a thing. So I encountered a lot of blocks, a lot of criticisms. People would say, ano yan, mom blogger ka lang? So, ganon. So I heard a lot of those things during that time. But right now, I think like people are more accepting now and they are recognizing us. They are looking up to us as well because they know that we are sharing content. Like it's authentic content. It's not just marketing, At least for me, that's what I do. Like I only share products that I actually tried and will recommend to someone. And so yeah, it's people are more welcoming now. They trust us more. So you're not just a mom blogger.
Yeah.
More like, diba, parang you're like an inspiration as well. That's why I'm very careful actually what I write about, what I share, because I know people are looking.
That's
and
true.
People will follow suit if I say something. So I'm very careful.
Yeah. And I've noticed, like at this day and age, like a lot of people know that one of the things that you can do to actually earn is to create content.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think that's why people now are more like, they look up to people because they've seen like the success stories from other content creators, and then they see like it's not really easy work, no? It's really hard work as well when you want to become a content creator.
Yes.
And maybe like, I know that this isn't your main source of income. Maybe can you take us through like the main source of income and how did the blog help you with that?
Yeah. So actually, content writing, the blogging part of momonduty.com, it's more of a hobby for me, like an escape from actual work. So I like writing, I like sharing, I like trying out stuff and then sharing my experience with my readers, right? So I enjoy that. So it's like a break for me. But really, from Mom on Duty is not just a blog for me now, because from the website, from the actual website, that's when I get clients. That's where I get clients. So what happens is, because I've been creating content and I make sure I create content that's good, I started ranking. I'm not sure if everyone knows about it, pero yun. I started ranking in Google, I started ranking in Facebook, right? The viral posts there. So people will notice. And some of those people are actually my target market. So a lot of my clients are actually moms as well, moms in business. So that's what I did. When I noticed that, hey, people are starting to notice the business side, aside from just asking about mom life, people would start asking me, hey, do you offer this service? Do you offer writing as well? Do you offer virtual support as well? So I decided, I'll use Mom on Duty like a marketing engine. So I'm not just sharing, I'm not just sharing experiences. I'm not just sharing reviews. I'm also sharing the stuff I know. So basically, like for example, like a few weeks back, I would share about systems I would use for my business and for my blog, like how do I write content? What's my process? And then from that kind of post, I would get, inquiries from other mompreneurs. Like they would tell me, I just have one kid, but I'm having such a hard time. So that's when we start, having the conversation, when we start working together. So from just a blog, it's become like a marketing engine for me as well. So it leads to my virtual assistant business. So I have a virtual assistant agency. It also leads to my online business management service. Okay. Which is great because I like the blogging part. Like it's not work, right? But it does the work for me in terms of marketing.
Yeah, so you really use the blog in order to sell basically your services.
Yes.
That's great. So do you have a team?
Not like super selling, right? You're not selling. You're just sharing like what you do.
That's so nice. Yeah, it's so genuine. It's so authentic. Yeah. So, but do you have a team, Kim?
Yes, I do have a team, and I think more than half of them. Yeah, I only have 2 students there, but the rest of them are moms as well. So that's actually one of my visions, one of my missions in Mom on Duty and my team. Because I want to help. I started as a student. I started working as a freelancer as a student. So my heart goes to, students who are trying to earn while they study. So that's what I said. Like I'm gonna if ever I need a team, I'm gonna hire either students or moms.
Yes.
Because I want to uplift those people. I know how hard it is to just start in the freelancing business especially. Because there's a lot of competition, right?
That's
It's hard.
true.
It's hard to get started. So yeah, that's my target in terms of, hiring my team. I would usually hire students and moms as well.
That's great. Yeah, it's so hard to enter now this
Yeah.
ecosystem because I
Unlike
guess
before, right?
yeah,
Before it was
exactly.
easier before, but now it's not. Especially everyone's working from home.
Yeah,
So,
and you don't need capital if you want to work
Yes,
as a freelancer.
yes.
Yeah. So you mentioned Kim, you mentioned like processes, you mentioned automation,
Yeah.
and I'm sure like being a mom, we carry a lot of roles, right? So I'm sure the moms who are watching this are aspiring working moms or freelancing moms or business moms would want to know like what are your tips when it comes to managing your time?
Well, for me, the first thing I would always do is to know my priorities, to identify my priorities. So it's not so much time management, but more like priority management and then setting my boundaries around those priorities. So if you look at my calendar now, it's not like, parang it's not 1 to 2 p.m. work.
Yeah.
It's not like that. So what I do is, let's say I would create time blocks. So for example, I usually homeschool my kids in the morning. So I would I would block time there, 8 to 12, homeschooling time.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the afternoon, I have block time for work. And then in the evening, that's family time. So it's not very specific. It's just like time blocks, which is based on my priorities, which is family, kids, and work.
Yeah.
So it's super easy to follow. So if you have a Google Calendar, if you have your iCal, you can just put your priorities there. So you know exactly, what to do at a certain duration. That way you're not, you're not thinking about all the things at the same time. Because it happened to me as well before.
Yeah.
When you're thinking about, the kids, you're thinking about work, you're thinking about the family. Have we had family time already? Did we do movie date today? Like that.
That's
So
true.
a lot of things are going on. Like there's a lot of mental clutter. So the trick is really to have focus time for each priority. So that's what I do. And then I actually trained my kids to respect those time blocks. So what I do, even the young ones, the 3-year-old and my 1-year-old, they know when it's mom's working time.
Oh,
So that's when they
nice.
play with their ate and their kuya. So they have playtime with their ate and kuya in the afternoon. And my older kids naman, they help me put the babies. They help me get them to nap in the afternoon. So usually when I work and then when I check on them, the babies are napping already.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so cute.
you need to ask help from the family. Because you really cannot do it on your own. So, be transparent. Like, what do you need? What do you really need? So I would talk to my husband. I would talk to my kids. So if ever I have like a day that I'm gonna have a lot of meetings, I tell them that mom's gonna have a meeting. So you have to give me my time.
Yeah,
So
that's
the kids
very
will just say,
important.
okay, we'll just play. We won't bother you. So
Yeah.
there, yeah.
So in terms of content creation,
Yeah.
Kim, no, I like you mentioned a while ago that we tend to get overwhelmed because of a
Yeah.
lot of things about. In terms of content creation, I noticed this. Like you get to a point when it feels like work already. So how do you like backtrack and say, no, this is something that I should be enjoying? And what do you do? Like how do you go about it?
Well, I think you get overwhelmed if you push yourself too much. Like let's say do a lot of content at once. And then you don't have or like you don't feel like doing it and then you're pushing yourself. So you have to start listening to yourself and listening to your schedule, to your own body schedule. For me, like the best time for me to create content is on a Sunday morning. Because the kids are so what I do, that's when the kids are sleeping and my husband is there.
Same.
So right, in case they wake up, my husband is there to help me. So that's when I do my content. I do at least one blog post, then I prepare my social media posts for the week on a Sunday morning. And then I don't force myself. Like before, I would force myself to create 4 blog posts already in one week. And then I realized it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't feel like creating 4 blog posts in one day. So that's important. You have to listen to your own schedule. You know
Yeah.
what works for you. Because I know there are people who can create content that much content, but
True.
that's not me. So I only do 1 blog post and then 1 week worth of social media posts, and that's it. And then I go back to it the next week, the following week.
Nice. So in terms of like other challenges, have you encountered other challenges?
Of course, kasi like kunyari, the kids, they won't always behave. Right?
Yes.
So you can't really, although my kids, they understand I have work times, I have, I need to focus on client meetings, for example, but there will be days that they will really step on that boundary. For example, they would start crying the moment you start a meeting with a client. So I just adjust. So what I do is I bring them with me in the meeting and then just talk to them that I just tell them they have to be quiet during the meeting, but I can hug them during the meeting. And they would usually agree. So communication, it's still communication, especially with the kids.
With the kids. Yeah. So Kim, in terms of like, I know that a lot of moms now are looking for side hustles or businesses to start, no? Because obviously most of us like need extra sources of income. So what are your tips or what's your advice for women who are looking for extra sources of income?
Yeah, so actually what the first thing I tell when I get asked that question a lot actually. And the first thing I tell them is really to find out first what they're good at or what they already know, and then what they like doing. So that's the thing. Like, you just have to list it down. What can you do? Even the simplest thing, they don't have to complicate it, because some of them would say, "Well, I don't have experience, or I don't have a skill."
Yes.
But actually, we all have something to sell. Just if you look very hard, we all have something to sell. We all have something to offer. So I would tell them, for example, have you used a computer before? Well,
yes, exactly.
Computer before, right? There are clients looking for people who can prepare Word documents for them. So something as easy as that. So you just have to be creative. You just need to know, like, what do I really know? What do I know doing? And then what do I like doing? Eventually, you have to filter it out later on, because you don't want to do work you don't like.
That's true.
And then eventually, what am I ready to invest on? So for example, me, I started as a freelance writer, and then I eventually invested on trainings. So I did like the online business management certification, so stuff like that. Because eventually, like, as I evolved throughout the years, I realized that I like leading people. I like leading my clients. Yeah. So I invested on that kind of certification, so I can, provide better services for them.
That's nice. So in terms of those people who are like bent on really becoming content creators, so what are your tips for them?
Well, find a niche that you like. So just because mommy blogging is the thing doesn't mean you have to do it. So actually, right? Or if food blogging is the thing, because there was a year, I think it was in 2015 to 2016, food blogging was the thing.
Yeah, food, and then fashion.
Food blogging.
And then fashion.
So it's the same as like when you start freelancing. It's the same thing with content creation. Find something you really want to do, you love doing. Otherwise, you're gonna get burnt out. So it's easy to burn out and to really, push through with the blog if you don't feel like it's something you like doing. Like for example, you will run out of content. If you don't enjoy it, you're gonna run out of things to write about.
Yeah. And maybe really, like what Kim said, look for something you like, because with that you stay true to yourself, and and now authenticity really sells it. Like people, the trust, you gain the trust of your viewers or your audience when they know that you're someone who really speaks from the heart, empathizes, and really wants to provide value to other people. So it will shine through. It will shine.
Yes, and to add to that, I mean, you have to be careful. Like, when you're a blogger, PR agencies, brands, they will contact you. So you don't have to say yes to everyone.
Yes.
So, for me, like I said earlier, I only work with brands or products that we actually use.
Yeah.
Because people will find out. So for example, you promote a certain product and then you actually use something else at home.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm very
true.
careful about that because people are very easy to notice. Stuff like that. Even the little things, they will notice. So I'm just very honest. Like for example, if a brand is something we don't use, or for example, I'm breastfeeding, so I cannot, promote certain brands because I'm breastfeeding kids. So I would just explain to the PR agencies that, I'm breastfeeding, so it's not aligned with what I share in the blog. And they're fine with that. And so you're going to run out of collabs. I promise you, right?
Yes, that's
Not to
true.
show off as your true self online.
Yeah, so that's very interesting, no? So for those of you moms who want to basically start with content creation, there are a lot of things. What I learned from like Kim right now is that there are a lot of ways really to earn from your blog, no, or from your content creation, like because don't necessarily naman have to start a blog. There are a lot of platforms wherein you can share your experiences, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of these platforms, right? So, and LinkedIn even. So, what I got from Kim is really like have a purpose for that blog, because initially she really started her blog because she wanted it to help with her freelancing career, right? So it doesn't really necessarily mean that the blog comes first or like a business comes first. You really need to decide or like sort of like look at a viable strategy for you, right? Yeah. Okay, so Kim, for my next question, what's the greatest learning that you have ever learned, like being a mompreneur and all?
Yes, from being a mom, from being an
entrepreneur,
a blogger, the first thing I would really tell you is to take care of yourself. Because first, no one will replace you as the mom. So
yes, true.
And then I always tell, for example, my team, I would tell them, we are the business. So we have to take care of ourselves. Because if you get sick, you have to close the business down. For example, or you have to stop accepting work. So take care of yourself. Listen to your body. If you need to rest, take the rest you need. And then you ask for help if you need to. It was actually very difficult for me to ask for help. Because I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Enneagram types, and I'm an Enneagram 3, so it's the achiever type. So our tendency is to really do everything ourselves.
Okay. Sort of like a perfectionist or something like that?
No, it's a different type. There's a different type that are perfectionists. The threes are achievers.
Okay.
So they like the control. They know that they do things really well. That's why they're very controlling. They want to keep achieving, So it was very difficult for me until, my coach, she told me, you need to start asking for help because you're going to burn yourself out. And because, for example, last year, I was a very strong 3 last year. That come December, as in the whole December, I closed the business. I did nothing but sleep. I burned out so much because I did everything myself.
Oh no.
Yeah, so in January, my coach told me, you have to try. You have to try to delegate stuff. You need to start trusting your team more. Get them to really help you. You need to trust your husband. He can help you. So I was consciously doing that this year, and it's actually it's been a very good. It gave like really good effects on the business, on our family life.
Yeah.
Because our business grew because there are more minds like working on the business instead of just me working on it. Because I allowed my team, for example, to step into their power and to really work with the clients. We were able to accept more clients to work with us, and same with the family. So I'm happier. I'm more of a happy mom now.
That's great.
Versus the triggered mom last year. I was always angry because I was tired, right?
Yeah.
I'm happier now. I feel healthier. I have time to exercise. For example, I have time to cook healthy meals instead of just ordering stuff.
Yeah.
So take care of yourself because it's you. There's no one else that's gonna replace you.
Yeah, that's true. So Kim, what's in store for you and Mom on Duty for 2021? Like any plans for the blog, for your business?
Yeah. So actually in February of 2021, that's when I got my certification as an online business manager. So the training was last year, but certification week was February, and I am officially a certified online business
Wow,
manager.
congratulations.
And my dream since starting the business is to really start hiring more moms, more students to join our team. So that's our focus in 2021. We want to keep growing the business so that we can continue, onboarding more moms, more students to start working with us as well. So right now we have a team of 6.
Okay.
So the goal is to really at least
Grow.
grow them to 10 to 15. And at the same time, not just grow them, not just grow the team, but actually push each team member to start earning 6 figures every month.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Ako, I'm sure a lot of
team.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of moms are watching this would want to contact you, Kim. So where can they contact you?
So just, you can just go to my blog. It's momonduty.com. And then there you can contact me there. You can also contact me through social media. So it's Mom on Duty blog on Instagram. And on Facebook, it's facebook.com/momonduty. So I'm there.
Thank you.
But I'm mostly on Instagram. So if you want to, reach out. I've had some moms reach out to me already. So yeah.
Yay! I really hope you can hopefully I hope you can help a lot of moms out there.
Yes, they need a lot of people need the help. Kaya parang talaga siya. Vision ko siya ngayong year. Yes, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it.
We're here to support you, Kim,
Yeah.
in any way. Maybe for my last question, any other tips or advice that you want to share, just in case?
Okay, so since I know that a lot of the moms who are listening here, they are probably thinking, okay, I want to start working from home as well, or I want to start blogging. So I will tell you that there will be blocks along the way. People will discourage you. Even you will discourage yourself. Let's say when you start and then nothing's happening. 3 months now, there's no collabs or there's no work. So if you really want to go for it, just keep going. Just keep trying. So instead of, making excuses, feeling bad, I mean, it's okay to sit with the emotion. It's okay to be sad for a day.
Yeah.
But then keep moving. Like the next day, go up and keep moving again. Try another thing. If something doesn't work, just try something else.
Yes.
So my whole business journey, my whole blogging journey was like that talaga. So I just, there were blocks. Even until now, there have been blocks. But I just kept going,
Yeah, don't give up. You can do it.
Yes. My husband, he always tells me, because he's in service, and they have this quote. He would always remind me when I'm at a point of breaking down. He would always tell me, rest if you must, but don't quit.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
true.
he always reminds me to, just rest. You don't have to quit now. You just need to rest. So,
yeah. It's important. Well, it's really naman important to listen to your body. No?
Yes.
So that's very good advice from your husband. Just rest if you need to, but don't quit.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, thank you so much, Kim. And again, for those who are interested to reach out to Kim, just go to momonduty.com. And you can contact her, and she's growing her team now, so go for it. Just do it. Ang daming mag-message. All right, so that's it. Thank you so much, Kim, and I hope to talk to you again soon.
Yes, of course.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
We hope you enjoy the episode for today. So for Philippine-based business owners who want to prepare, file, and pay their taxes online, don't forget to try out Taxumo. So Taxumo is a system that doesn't require you to have any accounting background. All you need to do is diligently encode your income and expenses, and the system automatically computes for your tax dues. You can also file and pay online. So easy for the super busy. So just go to www.taxumo.com and sign up. So signing up is free, and you can choose a subscription plan once you're ready to file. So that's it for today's episode. I hope you liked it. Take care, and again, stay safe.